Welcome to Whatever Your Hand Finds to Do. My name is Kyran Julius, and I interview people that no matter whatever struggles, challenges, or materialistic things that they face in life, they do what they love and love what they do. And hopefully, their story can help you to do the same. That being said, let's welcome our next guest.
That worked.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, actually. I'm good. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm well. I'm gonna complain. Who are you?
Who am I?
Who are you?
I am Dani Moseley, and I am what's the phrase? I am an inspiration in work in progress.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Catford, in the Borough of Lewisham, Blue Borough, grew up there and went to school all around there. Went to a girls' school for secondary school, went to Mix for college, Christ the King, and then went to Lincoln University.
What do you do and why do you do it?
I am a creative, so I write, I act, I direct. I love being in creative meetings and soundboarding and brainstorming, all that sorts of stuff. And you said, what do I do and why do I do it? Because it makes my heart sing, and I know it's what I'm meant to do. I'm meant to be here to tell stories, to connect with the world, and to try and create positive change. So I'm just doing my purpose.
How long have you been doing this for?
Professionally, 18 years. Unprofessionally, since I was 8 years old.
What got you into being a creative?
I'm an only child, so I always had to create my own fun and have a big imagination. And there was just something about when I was 8 years old that I was just like, I want to be like a world-renowned actor. I want the world to know that Dani Moseley came into this lifetime to tell stories and act, and she's sick at it, and that's her thing. And I wanted to fulfill that potential, and I wanted to do that. And I knew that at 8 years old. Didn't think it would happen, but I knew that's what I wanted to do.
Did your family and friends think the same?
Both my parents were very supportive, in the sense of they were just like, my grandparents came from Jamaica and Barbados, and their whole thing was to come here and work and set up a life so that the family could thrive. And so when my parents were growing up here, as well as dealing with racism and everything that had to happen with that, their main thing was like, you just got to get a job. Make sure you get a job, make sure you're successful, you got a house, stable, secure unit, all this sorts of stuff. So my parents never really got to dream. So the blessing that my parents bestowed on me was they were just like, we know what it's like to have a job and to have money and to do things we want to do, but not necessarily enjoy the job we want to do. And we don't want that for you. So we want to give you a life where you can do whatever makes you happy. And genuinely, my mum's thing was, as long as you're not on a pole, earn your money. Like, do what you need to do. Look at that just hitting you now.
That was a delayed. Oh my gosh. Yeah, on the dancing pole. Would you play a character? Would you play a character who had to be?
If I could get limber enough and look like convincing enough, yeah. But I think it's past me now. I'd have to probably get a proper coach and be in the gym like 4 hours a day, because that's a lot of stretching.
You're in the gym though?
I am in the gym. I've started, you notice? Can you tell?
Yeah, I see it there. How long have you been gymming for?
Well, properly, like I started in August, but then I properly started being diligent with it, I'd say November.
Okay.
Maybe end of October, yeah.
So what type of stuff do you do? I
do mainly like weights. I don't really do cardio or anything like that. I do weights and I do stretching, but I love it. I love when I so my body coach knows the shape that my body wants to be, and so he's giving me all of these exercises to do. But I'm also just like, because I'm starting to love it now, I'm just like doing like extra. I'm just like pulling out the thing and doing a little bit heavier weights. So I'm just like, yeah, I like it.
That's good. I'll keep it up. Keep it up. All right, grab your phone for me.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like you to go on Google
Oh.
and type this in. Type in ECC space
Yep.
9:10.
Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might. For in the realm of the dead, where you are going, there is neither working, nor planning, nor knowledge, nor wisdom.
What do you think about that?
I agree. I agree that if you have a dream or you feel you have a purpose and potential to do something, why not go for it? Why not do it? Like, I get that sometimes fear can scare us into thinking it's not going to work out, we're going to embarrass ourselves, we're going to look stupid, it's not going to work out and we're going to have to do something else, we're going to look like a failure. But it's also just like, yeah, but if you don't ever go for it, then you'll never know. So, and yeah, when you're dead, there's nothing you can do. I've definitely had moments where I'm just like, oh my gosh, if I like, obviously touch wood, if I like died, and, you know, obviously I live by myself, like they found my body and stuff like that, and I'm just hovering over and looking at myself. I just thought, you know, there's nothing I can do. I can't, there's things that I would have known, there's things that I would have wanted to tell people, there's, you know, that I'll never be able to do. And so I don't want to regret that and not do it. So yeah, so just do it. So yeah, I like that.
If finance was or was not an issue, would you still be doing what you're doing now?
Yes.
So why?
Because like I said, it makes my heart sing. Acting, writing, directing, being creative, it makes my heart sing. And I was always prepared to have a life working in an office and then on Thursday nights and Sundays going to a drama class or writing poetry and entering competitions and stuff. Like I was always going to do that because I knew I needed to do that. So the fact that I now get paid to do it, bonus.
What or who is your why?
What? Who? Well, my why is creating positive change in the world. I see a lot of hurt people. I see a lot of confused people, angry people, and people that feel unloved, people that feel insecure. And I have a phrase that I use, which is also a business that I have as well, called each one teach many. Because there's the phrase called each one teach one, but I don't ever believe that you're just going to teach one person. I think because that person will then pass it on, or those people will pass it on. We're teaching many here, it's not just the one thing, otherwise it stops. So I see that in people, I resonate with that in people, and I'm like, how can I help them not feel insecure or upset or angry or unloved, not wanted? Because we all have moments when we do feel like that, but there are so many people out there that we're unaware of that are rooting for us, that love us, that are championing us. So, you know, I want to create stories to let people know that they're not the only ones going through this, that there is a way out, and that you will find solace knowing that you're not the only one.
So who or what inspires you then?
Oh, so many people inspire me, I think. So many, and then okay, so work ethic wise, Beyonce. Work ethic. I saw her Coachella documentary, and I saw that when she got pregnant, she was going to be the first woman to ever do Coachella. And then because she got pregnant and couldn't do it, Lady Gaga then took over, and then Lady Gaga became the first woman to ever do Coachella, and then Beyonce became the first black woman to ever do Coachella. And I was always just like, if Jay-Z was doing Coachella and Beyonce was pregnant, he was still going to go on that stage. Nothing was going to stop him doing that. And I realized that as women, and women in this creative industry, it's hard. It's hard for any woman to have a child or to follow their dreams and do things like that, because society puts so much on women of what to look like, how to be the dutiful wife, all this sorts of stuff. And then to be a creative, and then to be a mother on top of that, and to be hugely successful and set your own bar, that's crazy, that's wild. But also be financially free, and the way that she reaches out to people and touches the world, that's very inspiring to me. So regardless of her music, regardless of everything else, her work ethic is insane. And seeing that she has a team of people, seeing that she's not afraid to be the boss and to talk to people directly when they're not doing what I've asked you to do yesterday, so why am I still looking at those lights that I asked you to change? She's not doing the like, I did I ask you to change? I think I asked you to change. She's not doing that. She's just like, we're all getting a wage here. No one's doing this for free. And I want to set the bar. So when I ask you to do something, you tell me you can do it. When I see it again and I see it hasn't changed, I don't want to have to come to you to ask you why. You need to be coming to me to explain to me why you still haven't done it yet. And I was very much just like, yeah, that's power. But it's also like power in a way that it's not apologetic. I think also as women, we're very apologetic, and coming into a field where I'm seeing women like Viola Davis, Beyonce, Angela Bassett, people that are very unapologetic, and rightfully so. And I love that. So that inspires me to also join that camp, because I'm just like, once you do that and you have that power, the amazing things that you can do is untold. And also the fact that she has, like I said, she sets her own bar. So she has to, with her creative team, come up with ideas to better what she's already done, because there's no one else really doing what she's doing. And hopefully she's enjoying it, and she's able to have a private life with her family. Like I like people that can do the work, but their private life just not be in the realm of everyone's business, because it's none of our business really. Do what you do. So that inspires me. So yeah, Black women inspire me 100%. But not, you don't even have to be famous. Like the Black women in my family inspire me in all their different facets, because of the mothers that they are, because of the work that they do, because of the patience that they have, and the perseverance and tenacity they have. Like it's inspiring me just to be like, yeah, why not? Just do what you want to do. Be happy. Why not? So yeah, and my friends as well. They inspire me, and my dad. Everyone.
You said, well, what about your dad inspired you?
My dad is a beautiful Black man, and he is kind and patient and emotionally intelligent, and soft. Also strict and hard, but he's my first best friend. And I know that not many people have that relationship with their dad, and speak highly of their dad like that. And especially as a Black woman, to have a role model as my dad, to then know what to look for in men. And I've realized now in my adulthood, I now have a circle of men that are quite similar to my dad's, and I feel very protected. Being an only child, I don't have big brothers or anything like that. So having these circle of Black men around me that I feel secure with, I feel protected by, and I feel that they will give me the right advice for me. And yeah, and I love that I've now started this thing where, so I tell my friends that I love them. And so, and again, with a lot of Black men, you don't always hear that unless it's like a girlfriend or a dad or something like that. But my male Black friends, I would just like, I love you. And they'd be like, love you too. But like now they're starting to say it before I say it. And I'm like, they just like message me and like, I love you, Dani. And I'm like, oh, thanks. And that just sets me up for the day. And I love that. And I'm just like, yeah, I want more of that. That's beautiful. And again, my dad was very, very much in that. And he disciplined me in a way, but allowed me to still have the freedom to speak my mind. But I obviously knew the respect to have with my dad. So it was never, my dad didn't have to necessarily shout at me. He would just not even look at me. He just would say my name in a tone. I'd be like, oh. And because my dad would always tell me that he loved me, even when I did something bad, he would scold me, and then he would be like, but you know Daddy loves you. And it's important to know that. I think when you get told off a lot and people do it for your best interest at heart because they love you, but they don't tell you that they love you, then you don't know, and you don't take that on. But he was always conscious of saying that. And anytime I talk to my dad now, we always end the phone call with, I love you. So yeah, my dad's boss, man.
If there's one thing your dad has said to you in life that you can, it's greatness. Something he said that will always stick with you.
He said so many things. Oh gosh, I honestly can't think of something right now. But he said so many things. Like, yeah, he's just always just been very encouraging. But one thing I will say, that my dad says sorry. He's a person that, he always told me when he was younger, look, I've never been a dad to a daughter that's 15 and 17, or 15 and 5 months old, or 20 and 8 months old. Like, every day that you grow older is the day that I'm a new dad to this new woman that's growing up in the world. And so I'm gonna make mistakes. Like, I'm not perfect, please understand that. And so, though he said many phrases to me that have stuck with me, him apologizing and taking accountability for when he's made a mistake, unintentionally, but made a mistake and said sorry and been like, I'm gonna learn from that, is really comforting, because no one's perfect. And I sometimes think we have parents that, because they're scared about getting things wrong and they don't want to look like they don't know what they're doing or that they should be listened to, then they're never wrong. And actually, my dad's just like, I am going to be wrong, but I'm going to learn and I'm going to do better. And he does do better. So I think even that, just as a person, has definitely taught me to learn to say sorry, because I did not say sorry when I was younger. I was like, well, it must have been your fault. But now I'm just like, no, it's important to say sorry and acknowledge when you've done wrong, again, intentionally or not, and do better. So, yeah. I mean, I'll think before this ends and see if I can think of something, but yeah. But him doing that was very important. Just nodding.
What would you want people to remember you for when you die?
Ooh. I would want people to remember me for being like, I get told that, like, when I meet people that have an energy that sometimes they feel a bit down and they're not really sure about something, and then after they like speak to me for like 20 minutes or an hour or something, they're just like, oh my gosh, I feel really pepped up now, Dani, thank you so much. I'm like, oh good. Like, I want people to know that I only want the best for them, and that there's that I always tried to help if I could, that I was always there for them if they needed it, whether that be on the phone if I couldn't be there in person, that I wanted to better the world in any way that I could, and that I was really good at what I did. That would be nice.
Do you feel like you have that energy at the moment?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I mean, I'm still growing in my field. I'm still growing with what I'm doing in my creativity-ness. So that's still a thing that I'm getting to grips with. But the fact that, funny enough, I was gonna message a friend, the fact that I'm speaking to different people that have different projects that are just like, and I want you to be involved, Dani, and I want you to act in it, I want you to help me write it. I'm just like, well, if I wasn't good at it, then people wouldn't be asking me to be involved. They'd just ask someone else. So I take that on board, and I try not to shy away from it and be like, oh, I don't know, maybe you want to get this person, which I used to do a lot. And now I'm just like sitting in it and being like, thank you for thinking of me and trusting me. And yeah, I'm looking forward to working with you and making this happen. So yeah, I think people it would be good for people to leave thinking that I made things happen. I said I was going to do something and I did it well. So yeah.
It's good to see that you have confidence in yourself as well.
Getting there. It's been a long journey.
Yeah, no, I hear you, because I think that's something, there's a thin line between having confidence and being humble. And I think a lot of people try so hard to be humble that they neglect the confidence. And you seem to do it well. You're a very humble person.
Thank you.
But you hold a lot of confidence.
Thank you.
In your own self, like you're just like chill, like, all right, it is what it is, all right, cool. If you don't want to do it, it's fine, you don't have to do that, yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so get a little bit deeper here now.
Okay.
What is one thing that you like about yourself?
One thing I like about myself. I like my optimism. I like that when it looks like something's not going to happen, I have this crazy belief when I know something that's going to happen. So no one's telling me. You can tell me what you want, but I'll see you on the other side. And I'll see it done the way that I thought it was going to happen. Even if it doesn't work out exactly the way that I planned it would happen, the outcome will be what I believe. So yeah, I guess belief and optimism, I think for me they go hand in hand. So yeah, that's one thing I do like about myself.
What is one thing that you would improve about yourself?
Oh Lord, where do we start? I guess to a certain degree, I think I'd have to still say self-worth. I still think I allow certain things to happen and I don't want to rock the boat sometimes, so I allow it to happen, even though I'm just like, I don't want to do this, or I would rather just step away from this, but I'm just like, but you know, that person is going through stuff. So sometimes I think I put other people's feelings in front of my own, and I confuse being there for someone sometimes with a little bit being a bit of a doormat. So just still trying to work, I'm working on it and I'm getting better, but just still trying to work out that balance that, you know, it's okay to say no or not do something because you just want to be nice and not make the other person feel upset when I don't need to, and it's nothing to do with me. So, yeah.
So you have your younger self sitting in front of you right now, 15 years ago.
I would tell her, trying to think where I was at. I would tell her that what she wants is coming, but it's just not going to come as quickly as you think. But you're going to have to go through some stuff to get you to where you need to be, because the type of person you're going to need to be to get the things you want is not who you are now. And there's nothing wrong with who you are now, but there's going to be a version of you that's going to be able to handle the things that are going to come to you. So you're going to have to go through some stuff and you ain't going to be happy about it, but I can tell you on the other side, it's going to be worth it. And that you're amazing.
A message to your future self 15 years from now.
Oh, a message to my future self. I think it's a question of, did we meet the guy yet? Is the guy here? Do I meet him soon? Like, what's happening with that? Are you happy with him? Was it worth the wait for this guy? Was it? I think that would be. Yeah, because I wouldn't know what to say to my future self. Other than, I guess I'm hoping I'm continuing to do all the right things to get us where it is that we need to be. But only you will know that, and you'll tell me that, and you'll know that by the time you watch this again. So. But also, is the man there? Like, what's happening? It's been a while.
A message to your current self.
Keep following your intuition. Hasn't steered you wrong. It won't. And stop caring so much about what other people think or what's best for others. Really, it's okay to think about what's best for you. And there will be some sort of common ground that you can work out, that you should both be able to be okay with stuff.
Final message to the world.
Oh my gosh, final message to the world. I guess life doesn't have to be as hard as we make it sometimes. And there are people in your life that want the best for you. There are some people that don't. That's a jealousy thing. And again, that's them. That's their stuff that they need to work on. But really try and work out, this is what my dad said to me. So something that my dad said to me that was really important, that's really inspiring. My dad was like, please work out what your happiness is, regardless of your career, regardless of men. You need to work out what your happiness is, because people, he was like, I've watched people in your field like Robin Williams or Whitney Houston that try to find happiness in a line of Coke or try to find happiness at the bottom of a bottle, whether that be drink or drugs or whatever. And he said, I really want you to know what makes you happy, regardless of all the fluff that comes with being in my industry and being successful and being known and having lots of money and all this sorts of stuff. And so he said that to me in COVID times. And so I've really been trying to cultivate and work out outside of the outside world, within myself, what makes me happy. And so me living by myself and me having space to just, like, I love sitting on my sofa, looking outside my balcony windows and just looking at the world. That's bliss for me. When I know I've got an evening where I just get to go home and sit on my sofa, I'm like, My friend's like, you just want to come? No, gotta be another time. Tonight, I am staying home. And really being happy in my own company. So I think to the world, I'd want everyone to find their happiness within themselves, outside of your partner, outside of your parents or family, outside of your work. And that can be the happiness within yourself, within your faith, the happiness in terms of your comforting yourself and how you connect with yourself and trusting yourself. And also just knowing that if each of us just help another person or a couple of people, whether that be a month, a year, a week, just a kind gesture, we'll get a lot better through life than we are if we're just all thinking about ourselves. So, yeah.
Fun pose to end it off. Let's see a Dani Moseley pose.
Oh, I definitely have one.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Dani.
Thank you. Is that it?
That's it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's it.
Cool.
Thank you so much. Hey, thank you for watching this episode. Just a friendly reminder that myself and my team at Rahava are a Christian-led family. The guests that feature on this podcast may hold beliefs and life choices that don't always reflect our own. Please be kind, mindful and cautious when watching and leaving comments. To find out more about Dani and how you can support us, please look at the description in this podcast. Whether you're watching on YouTube, Spotify, whatever, it's in there somewhere. It's somewhere there. I put it in there. Oh, if you like this episode, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification button to be notified when we upload new episodes, and comment below who you would like to see me interview next. See you lot at the next episode. Peace and blessings.